Hi, second grade. So last week we really started practicing adding and subtracting the vertical way with those larger numbers. And so today I'm really just going to focus on kind of both adding and subtracting, but um, more importantly, how to check your answer after you're done. Now we did that maybe once or twice last week, but I really want to focus on that today. Okay, so checking your answer, because we know that adding and subtracting, they're brothers and sisters. They're all it's all related. Okay, so if we are adding two numbers together, once we get our answer, we can subtract one of those numbers to see if we got the correct answer. Okay, so we're going to start with this problem, which is going to look a little different than how I've been writing them in the past. Okay, so if you say it with me, so something, right, is the same as 407 minus 159. So if we have our handy dandy place value chart, and if we put it the vertical way, ones line up, tens and hundreds. So if I have 400, do I have any tens? No. Oops. I'm going to get my red. Sorry. 407. And then we have 159. So we have 100. Oops, sorry. Why am I drawing 159 when we're subtracting, right? So if I have 407 and I'm going to subtract 159, the first thing we're going to start with is the ones. So do we have 9 ones to take away? No, we have 7, but we don't have 9. So we have to borrow from the tens column. Do we have anything to borrow from the tens? Oh, 0. So then we have to venture on and we have to borrow from the hundreds column. Okay, so we're gonna have to borrow. So we're gonna have to take one from the hundreds, and we're gonna have to put how many? 10. 10 tens. Okay, but we still haven't reached the ones, right? So I need to borrow a 10 finally and put 10 ones here. Now, do I have enough to take away 9? Absolutely. So here we go. We took away 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 left here. And then how many tens are we going to take away? So we have 8 right here. Now we have to take away 5 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. 4 left. And then we're taking away 1 of the hundreds, and there's 2 left there. So our answer is 248. Now, how we can do that vertically is you can see that. So we couldn't take away 9, like we said. So could we borrow from the tens column? No. We had to borrow from the hundreds column. So that became a 3 hundreds. And then that 0 became a 10. Right? That 0 became a 10. And then we finally had to borrow a 10. So then that 10 became a 9, and then that 7 plus 10 became a 17. So we did 17 take away 9, which gave us 8. We did 9 take away 5, which gave us 4, and then 300s take away 100 equals 200. So we have 248 frees. So we are pretty sure that's the right answer, but we're going to double check by taking this number, and we're going to add it to this number that we took away, 159, and we're going to see if it gives us 407. Okay, so I'm going to erase this part to see if it gave us the correct answer. So if we have, like I said, 248, and I want to add this number, it should give us 407. And if it doesn't, then that means that that 248 is not correct. Okay, so we're gonna see. So what's 8? So let's do the ones. 8 plus 9 is gonna give us our 17, right? So 17, that's 7 ones, and that's a 10 to make 17. We have 4 plus 5, which is 9, which is 10. So it's actually going to give us 100, so it's going to be 0 there, and we're going to have 100 there. And then we have 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, which is 407. Did that match? It did. So we can check, double check that that is the correct answer. Okay, awesome. So it's related. This addition problem is related to this subtraction problem. Okay, using those 3 numbers. All right. So if I wanted to complete my answer, 407 take away 159 is 248. Perfect. All right, here's my next problem. Now, this is something that you really have to kind of pay attention to, okay? So that equal sign, right? What does that mean? Equal sign is the same as, right? So whatever's on this side has to be on this side. It's got to be equal, right? So if I have 4 plus 5, if I have 9 plus 0 over here, are these two sides equal? Yeah, because that equals 9 and that equals 9. Okay, if I had 8 on this side, does 9 equal 8? No way. So it's not balanced. It's not a balanced equation. It has to be balanced in order for it to be correct. Okay, so here's the problem. We have 410 plus 190 is going to give us 420. Take away something. And we have to figure out what that question mark is. Okay. What is my answer here? So the first thing you have to figure out is how much is this side worth? Because we know that when I figure that out, that's how much this side has to be worth. Okay. So 410 plus 190. Well, let's do that vertically. 410 plus 190. Let's see. So we start with our ones. We have 0 plus 0, which gives us 0. We add our tens. 110 plus 9 tens gives us 10 tens, which is also another name for 100. So I put 0 tens, and there's another 100 added. And then we have 4 hundreds plus 100 equals 500, plus another 100 is going to give us 600. So we know that 410 plus 190 is going to give us 600. So 600 is there, okay? Now, you know what? Miss White made a big mistake. Yikes. I had the wrong symbol. So that was actually supposed to be takeaway. Whoops. All right. Let's see. Let's try it again. Sometimes that happens. See, if you get those symbols mixed up, then it really changes your answer. So let's try it again. 410 take away 190. Okay, again. We have 0 take away 0 is going to give us 0. Ooh, 110 take away 9 tens. Can we do that? No, we have to borrow for the hundreds. So instead of 400s, that's going to be 300s, and then we're going to borrow. So it's going to give us 10 tens. So 10 tens plus 110 is going to give us 11 tens. So now we have 11 take away 9 is going to give us 2 tens remaining. 300s take away 100 is going to give us 2 hundreds. So much better. So this answer is 220. So this side equals 220. So let's put that up there. 220. We have to get this side to equal 220. Okay? It has got to equal 220. So watch what I can do right here. We know that 420 take away something is going to give us 220. It has to give us that, okay? So what we can do is we can minus 220 from this answer. So we have 0 take away 0 is going to give us 0, 2 take away 2 is going to give us 0, and then 4 take away 2 is going to give us 2, which is going to give us 200. Let's see if that works. So if I put 200 here, 420 take away 200. Let's see. If we think it's 200, let's try it out. 420 take away 200. Let's see if that gives us 220. So we have 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is still 2. And then 4 take away 2 is 2. Does that give us the answer? Yes. So we know that this question mark is 220. Oops, sorry, not 220. 200. Okay? Because, now I have a lot going on here, but 420 take away 200, this part of the equation gives us the answer of 220. This part of the equation gives us the same answer of 220. When I have that equal sign in the middle, these two numbers have to be the same. They have to balance out, right? So if both of these equal 220, is it balanced? Absolutely, it's balanced. Now these have different numbers, of course, but it doesn't matter. They still both equal 220. So when you see these kind of problems, you have to figure out one side of the equation that you can first, okay? That gave us a big clue that it had to equal 220. This side had to equal 220. And so what I did was we just took away 220, and that's how we got that 200 answer, okay? So that can be a little bit tricky sometimes. I'm going to give you guys one problem to do where you're gonna have to balance one side before the other, okay? And this is it. So after I put this up, then you can try it out. Okay, so this is my question. 900, ooh, these are tough. 900 take away something is equal to 600 take away 426. So let me just give you a hint. Do this part first. So this, I know it's a long equation and long number sentence, but there's your equal sign. So this side has to be the same as this side. We have to figure out what number goes here. We don't know, okay? But in order to figure out this side, we have to know how much does this equal? 600 take away 426. So I'm gonna help you out and just give you this first part. Figure out what this side equals before knowing what to subtract on this side, because this side has got to equal this side. Okay, so try that out. Let me know what you get, and let me know if you have any questions, okay? Take care, everyone.